Greetings, I'm Teresa Nikas, and I'll be your host for today's Quiet Echo. The airline industry's biggest lobby just filed a 93-page petition asking the government to take away your right to a cash refund when they cancel your flight. Read it again. 93 pages, not to improve service, not to lower fares, to make it harder for you to get your money back. Airlines for America, the trade group representing every major U.S. carrier, wants the Department of Transportation to roll back automatic refunds for canceled flights. They want to eliminate rules requiring airlines to show you the real price of a ticket before you buy it. They want to end the policy allowing parents to sit with their young children without paying extra. They also want the government to stop publishing the monthly reports showing which airlines cancel and delay the most flights. They do not want you to know. And they are getting what they asked for. The new Transportation Secretary, a former airline lobbyist, has already withdrawn the rule requiring up to $775 in compensation for airline-caused delays. He has paused protections for passengers with disabilities. The people running the agency are the same people the agency was built to regulate. It is not just airlines. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the agency Congress created after the 2008 financial crisis to protect ordinary people from predatory banksies being gutted from the inside. Its staff has been slashed from 700 to fewer than 200. Its acting director was appointed with one mission: shut it down. Meanwhile, Congress overturned a rule capping overdraft fees at $5 for large banks, a rule estimated to save American families $5 billion a year. The average overdraft fee is still nearly $27. Every one of those dollars comes from someone who was already short. Here is the detail no one is talking about. While the Watchdog is being muzzled, consumer complaints to the Bureau rose 89% last year. More people calling for help, fewer people answering. In the auto industry, the same pattern holds. Major manufacturers lobbied California into weakening its 55-year-old lemon law, the law, giving you the right to a refund when you buy a defective car. The industry group fighting federal rules against hidden dealership fees spent millions making sure the fine print stays fine. Airlines, banks, auto dealers, 3 industries, 1 playbook, spend millions lobbying Washington to remove the rules designed to keep ordinary people from being cheated. Then call it deregulation. Now, I believe in free enterprise. I teach my students about it. Cedar Valley was built by people who started businesses, took risks, and earned the trust of their neighbors. Lars Olson does not need a regulation to treat his hardware customers fairly. George Kahn does not need a federal rule to serve honest food at an honest price. They put people first because they understand something the boardrooms in New York and Atlanta have forgotten. If you take care of your customers, profit follows. If you cheat them, you may win the quarter, but you lose the town. The problem is not regulation itself. The problem is when government stops working for the people it serves and starts working for the industries it is supposed to oversee. When the watchdog works for the wolf, the sheep do not stand a chance. This is not a partisan issue. The lobbyists do not care which party is in power. They write checks to both sides. They play the long game, and they count on the rest of us being too busy, too tired, or too distracted to notice 93 pages filed in a federal docket. But this is Cedar Valley. We notice. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. Lincoln said it at Gettysburg when the ground was still fresh with graves. It was not a slogan, it was a promise. And every time an industry writes a 93-page petition to strip your protections, and every time a government official signs off on it, someone breaks it. The question is not whether we need more government or less government. The question is, whose side is it on? This has been the Cedar Valley News Podcast. I am Teresa Nikas. Thank you for listening. Want to know the full story behind Cedar Valley? Teresa, Caleb, Dan, and the community you have come to know in these editorials first came together in Quiet Echo. Discover how a small town found its way from fear to fellowship, one quiet act of courage at a time. I will put the link in the show notes.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open.